Welcome students. During previous class we have discussed about Gauss's law and we have also calculated Gauss's law in a closed surface, and then we proceeded up to this point, that is application. Today our main topic is to find out the applications of Gauss's law. To find out the applications of Gauss's law, we must understand that Gauss's law is only applicable in case of a closed surface. Wherever there is no closed surface, you can't apply Gauss's law. Whatsoever the shape of the surface is, it must be a closed surface. So uh, first of all, electric field intensity due to a charge isolated conductor. Then what happen if you bring any charge type of conductor inside electric field? So what will happen? We know that the conductor consists of a large number of free charges in it. Now if a resultant field is applied to the conductor, then the charges inside the surface will experience a certain force due to the applied field. Whenever you are bringing any type of charge sphere or charged conductor inside any electric field, and you know that electric field apply some force on the charged particle. The charges which were already available inside that conductor, that gets some force of attraction outside present electric field, and they are attracted to the upper surface. When they are attracted, they will move. At that time, there will be a small current. But after a time will reach when the whole charges will reach towards the surface, but inside conductor, there will be no charges available. So due to this force, the charges will move towards the surface of the conductor, and thus the current is set up inside the conductor. After some time, all the excessive charges uh, will set up themselves on the outer surface of the conductor. Thus, the current becomes zero due to absence of charges inside conductor. Because inside conductor, charges are not available, so that's the inside conductor, there will be zero current. Now we apply Gauss's law. We consider Gaussian surface as just below the actual surface as, so this is basically Gaussian surface. If you look at this surface is basically Gaussian surface, and inside this surface there are no charges available, but outside there may be, but we are not concerned now. We are only concerned with the charges which are inside this surface. So what will happen? We apply Gauss's law. This is the statement of Gauss's law. It is used to calculate the charges in case of a closed surface. Electric flux through a closed surface, that is phi is equal to Q divided by charges divided by epsilon naught. These are the total number of charges. And to these charges, there will be electric field produced. And this electric field will be passing through the area A outside. So if you look at, this is the formula to calculate electric flux by using electric field intensity and area up to which it is passing. When you compare these two, one, the basic statement of the Gauss's law, due to charge there are some electric flux, and then you are taking the dot product of these two, that is E dot LA. Compare these two. After comparing, you are getting, why you are comparing? Because this is the concept. Charges are basically responsible to produce some electric field, and this electric field must be passing through the area del A. So when you compare these two, you are getting E dot del A, and this E dot del A is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. So if you look at the type of the shape of the surface, inside surface, now you will apply the condition. Are there any amount of charges or not? Yes, there are no amount of charges inside surface. We have already discussed in the previous slide. So put here Q0. If you put the value of Q0, you are getting uh, E dot del A, that is equal to 0, or E is equal to 0. This shows that there is no electric field strength or intensity inside a hollow charge sphere. Why? Because there were no charges available. And where the charges have gone, when we have placed this conductor inside electric field, due to electric field, the charges have moved to the outer side, and inner side there are no charges. When we have placed the value mathematical in mathematics, then we are getting, and we are getting it clear that E is equal to 0, means there is no electric field intensity inside a charge sphere. So if you look at the next one, is intensity is 0 due to charge isolated conductor. So what about the next? It is the most important application of Gauss's law. Electric field intensity due to a charge conducting sphere shell. This is a charge sphere shell. We have to calculate electric field intensity in two steps. Number one, we will calculate electric field intensity inside, and during next class we will calculate electric field intensity outside at the upper surface, at the outer surface of the sphere. Now we have considered any point at point P from the center of the circle. It is at a distance r from the center of the circle. So the radius of circle is r. The point is at a distance r from the center. So we will calculate the electric field intensity at this point P. Then electric field intensity due to a charge conducting spherical shell. Consider a charge conducting spherical shell of radius r as shown in figure. Here we want to calculate the electric field intensity at a certain point P inside a as well as outside the conductor. Today we will go up to calculate electric field intensity inside a charge sphere. We have already discussed in detail what will happen if we consider any point inside a charge sphere. We know that there will be no amount of charges, and we are applying the same condition here. Charges are zero. Then after considering taking the base applying the basic condition, that is charges are zero inside the surface, we will see what's the shape of the Gauss's law, what's the situation, how the uh, electric field intensity is calculated. Then look at the back side, what it is, some explanation. In order to apply Gauss's law, we take Gaussian surface of radius rp through the point P, and there is no charge inside the Gaussian surface. So we put q is equal to 0. Now according to Gauss's law, we have this one. If you look at this one, this is basically formula for the Gauss's law, and it is q divided by epsilon naught. These are the amount of charges and times 1 over epsilon naught. This is the basic statement of Gauss's law. Then whenever electric lines are passing through a certain area, then the electric flux is calculated by using this formula. Same steps we have done during the previous uh, slide, and we have calculated the electric flux due to a closed surface inside the surface. This is the same, and we are repeating it again. So follow these two steps, combine these two. Why? Because if this is a charged particle, due to these charged particles, there will be electric field passing through a certain area, and it will be equal. Whatsoever the amount of field is produced, the same amount of field will pass through the area of the surface, whole surface. That is del A. So apply the basic condition here. It is q inside the surface. There will be no charges. When you apply this condition of no charges inside the surface, so equation 3 becomes del E sum total E dot del A, that is equal to 0 divided by epsilon naught. This 0 shows that there are no charges inside that surface, and you are able to calculate electric field intensity in case of a charged surface where there are no charges inside. So during first step, what you have done, you have calculated electric field intensity inside a charged surface. What will you do during the next class? You have to calculate electric field intensity outside at the upper side of the charge sphere, and there will be, we will discuss in detail. This shows that the electric field intensity is zero inside the charge sphere. So what were the main steps during this class? Main steps were you were asked to calculate, to apply Gauss's law on a closed surface to calculate electric field intensity. First, you have divided into two steps. Number one, you are going to calculate, you have calculated electric field intensity inside a charge sphere. Then during next class, we will calculate the electric field intensity outside the charge sphere. Then what you have done, it is a distance small r from the center of the distance during the last. I'm moving again on the same figure so that there is no confusion. So look at this figure. You are at a distance r. You have considered a point P from the center of the circle. This is at a distance r, and you have calculated electric field intensity at this point. And by using Gauss's law and by using the definition of electric flux and putting the values, what you have seen that when you put the value at the end, there are no charges at point P. When there are no charges at point P, this clearly shows mathematical equation or mathematical derivation also agrees the statement that there will be no electric field intensity inside a charged hollow surface. With this, I end up my class. I thank you all for your patience. Hope you people have enjoyed and you have understood. Stay safe.